Hey yo, what's good? J- it's Jalen Wilson. B- Back at all Illinois fans watching this with Illini Fan Rant, uh, and today they lost to Wisconsin, and it was a terrible loss. 45-7. I mean, bro, come on now. Offense got to do better. The offense only had what 218 total yards. 218. That's terrible. And then you add on that they couldn't move the ball at all. I'm pretty sure they got down the field a couple times. I don't think they got down the field. They had good field position sometimes. Well, not good field position, not good field position, but I should say they like when they got the ball, they didn't have good field position, but they drove down a couple times, but they never got into the red zone, and it was just bad from the start to the end. To start out, Wisconsin kicked off. 2 plays later, Illinois just fumbles. 6 plays after that, Wisconsin scores a touchdown. I mean, then I saw the score because I wasn't watching the game at that point because I ain't watching them till the second quarter to the fourth quarter. Stuff going on my TV, so I was like, okay, look at the score. I'm like, okay, Illinois can bounce back. You have a good drive, maybe kick a field goal, get a stop, touchdown. Um, they didn't even do that. They punted the ball, and I don't remember what exactly happened after that, but I remember Wisconsin just going up 14-0. I'm like, this is bad. I saw Illinois fans on Twitter talking about, let's go. They were so happy, and then it was like the emotion was just sucked out of them first 45 seconds into the game. Um, but yeah, Wisconsin went up 14-0. Then boom, Illinois recovers a fumble and by Tariq Barnes. Shout out to him. He actually did good replacing Jake Hansen today and Milo Eifert for a half. Um, they recover a fumble and then he returns it for a touchdown. 14-7, I'm like, Illinois has momentum. Let's go. As soon as that turnover happens, they score. Illinois scores. Then after kickoff, a couple plays later, Wisconsin goes down to score. I mean, I'm like, shoot. I mean, and I know this defense had to be gassed because the offense wasn't moving the ball in the first half. Um, you also saw, and after that, they went up 21-0. I don't remember how much time it was before half. It was about, actually, I was, I was actually talking to Real Ones Productions co-host who he isn't on the show, but he's on other shows. He actually has his own show, Moon Vibes. And I was talking to him during the game. I was like, 48 seconds. Oh, it was just enough time for them to score, and they have one timeout left. And right after that, one play later, they throw a deep ball. It's a touchdown. Then 22 seconds, I'm like, oh, you know, I don't know what to expect now. And at halftime, he asked me the question. Was like, "Do you think Illinois can come back?" I'm like, I saw some fans saying, "Oh, they came back against Michigan State last year." Well, first of all, that's Michigan State, and that's a third string quarterback, I believe, that they came back against last year against Michigan State. And then I was like, I don't think so because coming back from a 3 touchdown lead is hard when your offense can't move the ball. I mean, when we came back against Michigan State, that comeback most likely isn't going to happen again. Um, and, and I told them when the Patriots came back from 28-3, if they try that a second time, it won't happen because that because it's most likely not going to happen. Third quarter kickoff. I don't remember all the plays that happened in the third quarter, but I just remember it being uh, a scoreless third quarter, I believe. And then fourth quarter, that's when Wisconsin punched it in, made it 35-7. Uh, Punched in again for 42-7. Then like they was gonna score again. After Isaiah Williams pick, and they didn't. What they did because they kicked the field goal, made it 45-7, which ended up being the total score. This team played with a piss poor effort. They came out inspired, wasn't inspired afterwards. It was bad coaching by Rod Smith, the offensive coordinator. I know Illinois fans Illinois analysts. I'm not gonna say their names, but they know what it is if they watch these videos. It's like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a good coach. He coached 1 year. He was the offensive coordinator 1 year for Khalil Tate when he had that big breakout season his freshman year. Man, well, it's only so much hype behind that because he sucked. He and last year he wasn't that good. His play calling has always been questionable in my opinion. Um, he sometimes he tries to get too cute. He doesn't try to run a simple offense. Like he gets too cute at times. Um, Lovey Smith, he didn't do a bad job at was being a defense coordinator today, and the defense didn't do like a terrible job. I mean, it might seem like it because it was 45-7, but it's only so much you can do on defense when you gassed and your offense can't score the ball. Um, so this loss is more on the offense than the defense. And then you add on that, well, I don't think Lovey Smith is the right defensive coordinator. He might be the right head coach. I mean, I don't think um I don't think he should be on the hot seat. He shouldn't. I know many Illinois fans wasn't happy with him today, but they wasn't calling him to be on the hot seat. But I'm just thinking like he wasn't off the hot seat last season to start this season. He still shouldn't be on the hot seat. But I'm not saying he's the right head coach for us. But he's not the right defensive coordinator for us. His scheme doesn't fit what we should be running. To me, I think Illinois should be running 4-2-5, uh, four defensive linemen, two linebackers, and five defensive backs. And those five defensive backs should be three cornerbacks and two safeties. He doesn't do that. He runs a basic cover two, and knowing the linebackers can't cover, uh, and 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 I and I just want to see a change with the defensive system. I'm tired of seeing that coverage. I was tired of seeing it last year. Pissed me off so many times last year when he kept running and it kept getting torched. But turnover saved that man. Turnover saved him so much last year. Um, and that showed this game when the defense couldn't get turnovers. Offense couldn't score. The defense wasn't too good. Um, is 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 he the right defensive coordinator? No. Do I think he's the right head coach? Um, I'm gonna answer that question later, later in the season. By the way, because I already know my answer. But when things happen that happen, y'all gonna know the answer to. This defensive line got bullied, except for Roger Perry. If I'm not mistaken, if that who it was, he was a beast today. Uh, he he bought out. He's the only defensive lineman that did well today. Um, you also saw Marquez Beeson, who I didn't pay much attention to. You couldn't really scout the cornerback for Illinois this game because Wisconsin didn't need to throw the ball that much. I mean, they did throw the ball. I'm not sure how many times they threw the ball, but I know the quarterback for Wisconsin, sorry, I got the hiccups, was 14 for 14 at the half, and he probably had a better completion percentage. He probably had a completion percentage of 72% or more. I have no clue. Um, I don't really know what to say. This is where I was. Also, Jake Hansen got hurt, which sucks because we already lost Dele Harding for last year because he graduated to the NFL draft. But Jake Hansen's supposed to be our starting linebacker. He's supposed to be the captain of this defense, I believe, and he's hurt now. So we lost that captain. We lost that leader. He brought firepower to the Illinois offense. I mean Illinois defense. Sorry, he forced 7 forced fumbles last year. And I know I'm dwelling on last year. It's on one game. Blah blah blah. Okay. Um. But yeah, but him getting hurt isn't good for us. depending on his injury, I mean, I think it might be a concussion, but it was kind of weird how when you look at the replay when he got hurt in the second quarter, I believe it was second quarter. Uh, it wasn't like really any contact with his head, so I don't know what it was, but he was stumbling and getting up at first. Then he got his power back. Then he stumbled again. Teammates had to help him off. Coach staff had to help him off too. And then you have Devon Witherspoon, who didn't play today, who I think hurt us. You had Delano Ware getting beat. You had Isaiah Gay, who was out of this game for, I believe it was team violation of rules, uh, which sucked because we probably could have used him. But this Illinois defensive line just got bullied. Illinois offense got bullied. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this. I mean, thankfully, next game is against Purdue, and I don't think Purdue is too well. I'm pretty sure Rondell Moore isn't playing that game either. It's up in the air because I don't remember him hearing about him opting into the season. I believe he opted out, or I might be thinking of another B10 receiver. Um, but I saw one of my guys on Twitter. Like it was around 6:28 p.m. So this is before the game started. His name is Dad Life Dion. He was like, I'm tired of the phrase "we will win," and I'm tired of it too because it to me I think me and him getting that same point. It's not guaranteeing to win. It's not saying we are. It's not saying we are guaranteeing you will win. It's saying we will win, as in at some point we're gonna start gaining progress in the future, and we are going to start winning. Um, and and he said to replace that, he said it's time to win, and it is time to win. The time is now. Are we going to win? I don't know. Um, I know my emotions are riding high after this game, even though the game ended almost 2 hours ago. Actually, 2 hours and like 15 minutes ago, but still, my emotions are high. I was supposed to write an article about the MVP of the game. I didn't see no MVP out there, so I don't even know if I'm writing that article. Um, but yeah, it's time to win, and that's all I'm gonna say. Time to win, and I'm out.